Good evening, and welcome to the 5th installment of United Nations News, a news source for the Halo Reach clan, United Nations. Earlier this week, on 3/5, 2011, the UN Council agreed on disbanding alliances with V100 and its regime led by Vermilion. When the UN and V100 were first allies, I was looking forward with a great partnership and much peace ahead. We both agreed on being friendly between each other and spreading the enjoyment of clans. But things started popping out of the blue, like assassinations of other clans and the recruitment of blacklisted members. Some major blacklisted figureheads in V100 included Power, External Pepsi, and a sighting of Sam Berserker was present. The UN was in major concern, and V only replied stating that they were quote-unquote under control. Then there were reports about hateful comments for the UN and how peace should be destroyed. A few weeks later, a video was posted by Reaper Delta depicting TNG and V100 becoming allies, and how the UN so-called did not allow them to have a partnership. Then, misleading media and comments stated that the UN were going to attack V100, thus causing more anger. We were mocked, sneered at, simply treated badly. The UN was even called quote-unquote communists, and some stated that they wanted to go to war. We were tired of being allies that were bloodthirsty and with tyrants simply ignoring that there are other clans that have different goals and should have been treated like an ally. Overall, being allies with much UN haters and liars, that was really my only biggest concern with U100, and I feel much well without them. Also, TNG, or also known as the Next Generation, posted a misleading propaganda video saying that the war was declared and tried to make the UN look bad. They acted out the TNG organized and military like destroying staged UN tanks. The video showed Falcons and TNG foot soldiers with no opposition from the tanks below. To tell you the truth, if this was a real battle, the Falcons would have never made it on the ground because of the tank's range and firepower. They additionally staged tanks acting as artillery to destroy the UN tanks, quote-unquote. When the video was posted, it was massively flagged and disliked, but the video was removed by the quote-unquote director, stating that it made TNG look bad, and blamed it on the United Nations. Could he have thought what would have happened anyway once he posted the video? The propaganda video was a massively misleading and had a discrimination-like message to the UN itself and the clan. A few hours after its leave, a V100 leader stated that it was only a joke, quote-unquote. How could it have been a joke when it clearly had something against the UN? What you will see next is opinions from anonymous people who have seen and heard about what has been going around, mostly directing to V100 and TNG. The following recordings have been modified and stated to conceal their identities. What they say are only opinions, and it doesn't mean I agree with them.
V100 is a very bloodthirsty clan, and they think that they can, take over a lot of other clans by their actions and ways, and they think that they're gonna take over the world or some shit by the way they've been acting.
We want to corrupt other clans and destroy them. Well, I think V100 needs to straighten up and needs to mind their own business and start acting like their age and not trying to provoke United Nations or third into doing something that they want to do, nothing that we want to do. The TNG situation is pretty basic. TNG can't trust anybody. They're trying to protect V100 so they can start a war with United Nations, and trying to provoke Third Echelon, or will try to provoke Third Echelon to find out if they can try to declare war with the United Nations to protect, quote-unquote, V100. I haven't met Leader 100 personally. From what I can understand from TNG, when they told me, from what I've gathered, he doesn't know how to run a clan, and he can't really do anything to make a clan right.
With all this going around, the UN is a little bit concerned, but as of now, we are not involved. There are also rumors that UN Overlord will finally be coming back around this week or so. Overlord, you missed a lot, buddy. As for the UN itself, new divisions were made and other extra squads have been arranged. See you next time on UNN.